This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Gamefly. Welcome back to the episode of Ask the Buffaloes, the show where you can ask me, John Rettinger, any question you might have from the wide world of technology. Don't know what phone to get, can't make sense of all these crazy driving cars coming at you. Whatever it might be, this is the show you can ask. Every Tuesday on technobuffalo.com, I'll put up a call for questions. You can leave your question down below in the comments, or if you prefer social media, you can send it to us at Twitter, either me at John4Lakers, or send it to TechnoBuffalo at TechnoBuffalo. Just be sure to use hashtag AskTheBee. Up this week, we're going to talk about Google Glass, we're talking about some iPhone and Android, what happens behind the scenes with some Techno Buffalo staff, and all kinds of other tech goodness. This is Ask the Buffalo. Let's get Ask the Buffaloing. So our first question comes from Twitter. It comes from Tom_Rich, who asks, at John4Lakers, do you think that Google Glass will impact the world in a mainly positive or negative manner? That's a great question. I don't think it's going to impact the world positively or negatively. I think the world's going to keep spinning and go on like normal. But I think the question that you're asking about, whether or not it's going to sort of change the way we do things. And I kind of think it's going to. Even if Google Glass ends up being the next segue, it certainly might create a new generation of wearable technology, a whole new genre of tech. And I think it's kind of neat that we're moving in that direction. Whether you like it or don't like it is a totally other discussion. But certainly it's an option. You don't have to wear these crazy screen-mounted glasses. But I think it's going to be very neat, especially when it gets integrated with augmented reality. You're walking down the street, you can see Yelp scores for restaurants or doctor reviews, whatever it might be. There are a lot of really practical uses. So I'm excited to see the battery technology get better, be able to see it do much more, have its own connectivity, and perhaps up the specs. But I think it's a really cool thing, and I give Google a lot of credit for developing it out in the open. So hopefully that helped answer your question. All right, so our next question comes from Kyle Judd, and this one makes you think. He asks, Dear John, if Apple put Android on an iPhone, do you think Apple fans would still bash Android, or do you think they would love it simply because Apple made it? Thanks. That one's a thinker. That's like if a tree falls in the woods, does it really make a sound type questions, or what's the sound of one hand clapping, which coincidentally is just this. Philosophy aside, man, that is a tough one. So if that were to happen, hypothetically, that would mean that iOS was no longer viable. So Apple fans would probably be happy to still have Apple hardware, but then they'd be running Android, which most of them are sworn to hate as enemies. I don't know, man. That'd be like the Lannisters and the Starks getting tea together and just hanging out. It's a crazy question. I think that they would like it. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you were an Apple fan and Apple said, hey, we're going to put Android now on our devices, no more iOS, would you be excited? Or would you be all, WTF, Apple? Rocky L. Brody, who asks, at John4Lakers, aside from the build quality of the HTC One, which phone has the best software? The Galaxy S4 or the HTC One? Well, the Galaxy S4 is running the most recent version of Android, running 4.2.2, and the HTC One is currently running 4.1.2. So from a raw Android standpoint, certainly the Galaxy S4 has a beat. If your question is asking about the skins, which I guess are really not called skins anymore, they're more custom operating systems, but TouchWiz versus Sense, it's personal preference. I think both are equally good. For me though, I prefer Sense. I think it's less heavy, gets out of its way a little bit more than TouchWiz. I don't need all the crazy camera stuff that TouchWiz has in there. I just like the way Sense looks. I like the widgets, I like the mail application. Everything about it just works for me. But then again, that's just me. Which one do you guys prefer? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. We did a whole comparison video too, comparing the Galaxy S4 and the HTC One. So you should check that sucker out as well. Antonio Cooljack asks, hey John, I see you guys have a lot of fun at the office. Do you ever hang out with your co-employees outside of work to do some leisure activities? Well, our managing editor, Roy Choi, and I, we actually went to graduate school together. We went to business school and we were friends, and that's how we met and started talking and thought there'd be a good position for him at Techno Buffalo. Here's a picture of us at graduation. That was back in 2011, which is only a few years ago, and I look like I was maybe 12 years old. We've been friends for a while. Sometimes the office will go see movies, so I haven't done that in a while, but we do try and hang out. We play video games here at the office. We play StarCraft. Ralph and Brandon play Left 4 Dead and other games. You know, we try and find ways to hang out. We have a lot of fun here. So hopefully that helps answer your question. So we take a minute to thank our friends and sponsors at Gamefly. Gamefly is a video game rental service and offers you a choice from over 7,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. Plans start at just $15.95 a month, and Gamefly's members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they want. No late fees, no due dates, and shipping is totally free. And once you're done playing a game, all you gotta do is to send it back, and GameFly will send you the next available game on your list. If you really like playing a game and you want to keep it, just click on the Keep It button on the GameFly website and it's yours at a pretty discounted price. And the folks at GameFly are even going to send you the case and manuals free of charge. And for Techno Buffalo fans, you get a free 15-day trial. Go to gamefly.com/technobuffalo. Again, 15-day free trial when you go to gamefly.com/technobuffalo. So try it. Get your Skyrim on. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Ask the Buffalo. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check us out at technobuffalo.com for all the latest and greatest tech news coming at you. I am John Rettinger. I'll see you next video.